American voters have turned out in record numbers to have their say in the 2020 presidential election. Joining me now is US contributor Michael Ware. Michael, voting numbers in the early numbers are pretty extraordinary compared to the last campaign in some of those key states. But how much weight do we put behind them?
Well, it's difficult to say. Obviously, you know, they might be voting, but the votes aren't being counted. But what is certain is that both sides of this campaign, of this election fight, have been casting this as an election or a battle for the soul of the nation. And I can tell you, it appears that the nation agrees. Already, 66 million Americans have cast their ballots, and it's absolutely stunned officials. That's almost half of the number of all the people who voted in 2016, and they're voting by mail and they're voting in person. Now, this may well be the first American election ever where the majority of votes are cast before Election Day. And the way it's going, we're on track to see the highest rate of voter participation in an election since the early 1900s. Wow. Because remember, you know, Australia is one of the few countries on the planet where it's mandatory to vote, where everyone's forced off their sofa every couple of years, traipse to a primary school and cast their vote. You know, here it's you don't have to, it's not mandatory. But look, in 19 of the states, all 50 are voting, but only in 19 do they give you any indication of which way it's going. Because in America, when you register to vote, you register as a Republican or as a Democrat or an independent. And in 16 of those 19 states, the voting turnout has been overwhelmingly in favour of the Democrats. Now, everyone's predicting, have been since day one, that on Election Day, that's when Republicans will show up to vote. Everyone believes that more Republicans will vote 1 week from today than those who are going to vote absentee or by mail. But look, for the in-person voting, the queues are between 2, 3, 4, up to 8 hours. One thing this does tell you is, apart from the energy and the desire for everyone to be involved, is that most Americans have clearly already decided who they're going to vote for.
Yeah, I think so, but who knows, 2020 might not be the year of convention after all. It hasn't been so far. Michael Ware, thanks so much for your insights this morning. We'll speak to you again very, very soon.